Hi guys, Drew's here. I am here to film a new video for you guys today. Today I am here with an August book haul and a Beacon book box unboxing. I am so excited. This is my second box I got from Beacon. I believe this is the July or August box. I can't remember what they shipped out first. So I'm missing my July or August, depending on what this is. I'm saving this one for the end because I'm going to talk very fast with all these other books. I have 3 stacks next to me. So this stack right here that you can maybe see is all the books I bought from Amazon. Yes, I bought a lot. Then I have a small stack right here that is all the books I bought at Barnes & Noble because I did online and in person like twice this month. And then I got a lot of books from friends because they sent me late birthday gifts. I'm going to start with Amazon stack because there's a lot in here and I know a lot of these are just pre-orders that I had. So I'm going to grab the one book I forgot about in this stack real quick. So the first book is one I'm actually currently reading, and that is Redemptor by Jordan E. Funko. This is the second and final book in the I don't know why I'm blanking, Raybearer duology. I didn't know if there was a series name. As you can see, I have a bookmark in here because I just started this book today. Today is the 1st of September, so happy September. I'm so excited fall is here. So this one just came out in August and I'm very excited to get around to it. This will be my second book for the month of September, which is just crazy because it's already the 1st. So I'm really enjoying it so far. I don't really want to explain what this one is about though, just because it is a sequel. But if you read Raybearer and can't wait, like how I cannot wait to continue reading this after I film it, it's amazing. If you love Avatar: The Last Airbender or Children in Blood and Bones, you would definitely love this. So yeah, I love that. I also don't know if I told you we're filming an August book haul. I think I already said that, but anyways, this is the first book in the book haul. And then the next one I got just arrived yesterday. I needed this for a secret TBR that I'm doing for October. Sydney, if you're watching, you already know my theme for October. And that is The Bells by Danielle Clayton. This is a beautiful cover. I've been wanting to read this book for a while, and then I saw that the hardcover was like $5 or $10 on Amazon, and I was like, yes please. It's in like perfect condition too, so it's not damaged. This cover is like too gorgeous to pass up. I don't really know much about this one either. Camille is about an opulent world of Orleans. Bells are revered for they control beauty, and beauty is camaraderie converted above all else. The people are born gray, they are born damned, and only with the help of a bell and her talents they can transform and be made beautiful, according to the first paragraph. So I'm reading this in October. I won't be reading this in September, but this one sounds good. I think it's the first in either trilogy or duology. I know book 2 is already out, so this will be my first book reading by Danielle Clayton. I've always read short stories that she's always in, and I love them. So I was like, let me check out something solo work. So this is what I picked up, and I'm hoping to read this in October. The next book I got is Out of Order. I have a whole trilogy I bought because I'll explain in a minute. I went to my library book sale and I bought 4 books and I forgot one of them in my book haul, and so one of the 4 books I bought at my library book sale was The Shadow of Night by Deborah Harkins. I didn't realize until I read the bottom right here that this is book 2 to the Discovery of Witches trilogy. So yes, I bought a full trilogy this month, but this book right here was only $1 when I went and bought it at my library sale. And then I got the first book, A Discovery of Witches. I'm gonna read this in October. I feel like this trilogy is a perfect October read. And then book 2, like I said, was Shadow of Night. And then book 3 is Book of Life by Deborah Harkins, obviously. This is a TV show. I can't remember what platform the TV show is on, so if you guys know, please let me know down below. But I hear nothing but amazing things about this trilogy on BookTube. Also, if anyone's curious about these orange dots, These are stickers that you will see throughout my bookshelf and throughout the video. They don't really have like a certain meaning. They just help me like see which books I have unread, so that will let you guys know what books I have read in the videos and what I haven't read. So obviously I haven't read this trilogy yet, but I'm very excited to binge read it now that I have all three. And again, I'm gonna read all three of these in October, and I'm very excited for it. I don't know much about this one. It says, deep in the heart of Oxford's Bodleian Library, Diana Bishop is a young scholar and the descendant of witches. Unearth an enchanted alchemy manuscript. Wanting nothing to do with sorcery, she banishes the book to the stacks. But her discovery has set a fantastical underworld stirring, and soon a horde of demons, witches, and other creatures descend upon the library. Sounds very exciting, sounds super interesting, and again, I can't wait to binge read this trilogy now that I have all three of them. The other book I forgot to grab for this book haul was The Distance Between Us by Casey West. I forgot to grab that one, but that's another book I bought this month for $1. The next book, I'm a little mad at myself for having this one be damaged, because I really am super excited to read this one. This is like my most like hyped up book and most excited read that I'm going to read this fall, and that is The Songs of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I'm so excited to read this. My friend Sydney has this one, I believe, so we're gonna buddy read this in either September or October. I think we said this month just so we can get a head start. It's a little damaged right there on the cover just because this stack has fallen down once today, and I forgot that all my paperbacks were up top, so that's on me, not the book or anything, or Amazon. But I'm very excited. I know this one has to do with the Trojan War, and that's all I really want to know. I hear this is a tearjerker of a story. A lot of people have been loving it and raving about it, and I've been seeing it everywhere on Book Talk and Bookstagram and BookTube. Anywhere you see books, that's where I see it. So I'm not going to explain what this one is about, but it deals with Greek mythology, which is one of my favorite like theme or storyline, I guess is what you can say, to read about. So I'm very excited to see what all the hype is for this one, and I really hope I will love it. It says, a tale of gods and goddesses, kings and queens, immortal fame, and the human heart. That's what the tagline says on the back. The next two books are middle grades. One of them I had an arc of. It's actually right over here on this shelf, I think. Yeah, right over there on this shelf. And that is Maya and the Rising Dark by Raina Barron. I received an arc from someone on Facebook. I forgot who it was. I'm so sorry. But I've been wanting to buy a finished copy for a while, and I'm just like, I don't know if I should buy it since I do own the arc, and I don't know if I should give away my arc or keep it. But book 2 to this trilogy comes out this month, at the end of the month, on the 28th, I believe. I've already pre-ordered book 2, so you'll be seeing that in my September book haul, and I definitely love this one a lot. I don't know if I love this more than her young adult trilogy, but this first book blew me away last year. It was a favorite of the year. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and this one I have read in this book haul. We're falling. Yep, we're falling already. The next one is a new release that came out yesterday, actually, so happy belated book birthday, and that is Fast Pitch by Nick Stone. This one I'm also planning on reading in October for my secret TBR that I will be teasing a lot in here. I love Nick Stone. I read a few of her books, not all of them, but I read a few of her books and I love them. This is another middle grade novel from this author. Her first middle grade novel was Clean Getaway, and I read that in a day, and I'm thinking of doing that again this year with Fast Pitch. The lady on the cover is actually Nick Stone herself, so she's beautiful, she looks beautiful, she is beautiful. And this is one of my shorter reads in this book haul, so hopefully I'll get around to reading this one sometime soon. And I feel like it's good, like, contemporary for the fall, even though I don't read a lot of contemporaries in the fall, as you'll see in this book haul. The next book I got, I think I showed this off in my July book haul, but I couldn't remember if I did or not. But that is Star Wars: The High Republic, Race to the Crash Point Tower by Daniel Jose Older. This is a cute little middle grade novel. Again, I'm reading this sometimes in the fall. There's pictures in here, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there's pictures in here like that. I'm very excited to read this. I don't know when I'm supposed to read this in this series, but I'm definitely gonna read it soon. I think I need to read like 3 more books before getting to this one though. So I have like, obviously I just said it, 3 more books to get to before getting to this one. But again, another short read, and I love the audiobooks for this series so far. So I'm definitely excited to continue in here. The next book I got, I was super excited for. I actually was supposed to read this in August because this was my friend Braden's book club pick for the month of August, but I never got around to reading it. And that is The Dead in the Dark by Courtney Gold. This is a new YA thriller, one of my most anticipated reads. I had an arc of this from NetGalley for a while, and this gorgeous cover is just too pretty to pass up. And I feel like I read them faster if I have a physical copy in front of me. This one has a lot of LGBT characters in here as well. It says the dark has been waiting and it won't stay hidden any longer. I don't need to know anything else. That's just, that tagline sold me. Delilah Alder and Courtney Summers blurbed this, and I love both of those ladies, so I definitely recommend, or I definitely know I would love this if they recommended it to me. Not to me, but to like the viewers, you know. I haven't heard a whole lot of people talking about this, so I definitely want to get around to reading it. The next book is my Crew Reads book club pick for the month of September, and that is Devil in a Device by Lori Beth Johnson. This is the second and final book in the Goddess and the Missing Machine duology. I read the first book last year, really loved it, gave it 4 stars. Very nervous for this one because I just FaceTimed my co-host, aka my best friend Charlie, and she read this in like 6 days, which is the longest she ever read a book in her life, she said, because usually she's a faster reader than I am. She already read this. She gave it 3.5. She said it was very slow in the beginning and didn't pick up till like a quarter of the way towards the end. So I'm very nervous to see why that is. Yeah, I'm not going to do summary because we're already like 12 minutes into this video and I don't want to have a long book haul, but this is a new release that came out August 24th, so happy belated book birthday. And then the August new release we have is Black Boy Joy by Kima Mabala and other authors. I didn't know this was a short story collection going into this. I had an arc of this from NetGalley for quite a while. And this cover is gorgeous. I love how light it is. Again, I haven't read this one yet, but I'm hoping to read it soon. I don't know when I'll read it, but if I need a short story book for a readathon or whatnot this month, I can pick this one up. Also, I love having short stories in person because I annotate it or I tab it up sometimes. So I'm very excited to do that with a new short story collection. The next book I got, I am very happy to have in my possession. I read this book last month, and if you saw my July wrap up, you know this was a 5-star read for me, and I just had to have it in my library, in my own library, and that is Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Allison. I love this book. I raved about this book in my July wrap up. I'm very happy to have this in my possession. I borrowed, if you don't know, I borrowed this from my public library, and now it's in my own personal library. I'm very excited. Book 2 won't come out till February though, so I have a long ways to wait for book 2. But now that I own book 1, I can definitely pre-order book 2, and it will come to me the day it's released. Amari and the Night Brothers in the middle grade fantasy / paranormal. It's set at a school where there's these paranormal like ghosts, werewolves, and witches and all that. This deals with Amari when she finds out in the beginning of the book she loses her brother, and so it's a quest of trying to find where her brother went or how her brother died and all that. So a lot of hype going around Amari right now, and it deserves all the hype it gets. The next book I'm super duper excited that I have, because this book I've been waiting for it to come out forever. You're like, Drew, you already read that book though, and you already own the paperback edition. Well, you're right, viewers. A Torch Against the Night in hardcover. Hardcover. You hear that? hardcover. I'm so excited. They finally released the hardcover with the matching set of the covers, and they just pretty. I cannot wait to read book 4. I'm reading book 4 in September for series September, so if you haven't watched that video, I'll link it up above. But do I really need to say what this is about? It's very popular, the second book in the Ember Quartet series, and if anyone wants, I can give you guys my paperback edition of book 2, or I'll just give it to my public library, that as well. Then the next 3 books I have, they're all part of the same trilogy. I bought book 2 at a library book sale, so let me show you that first. So I bought Pudding by Julie Murphy at my library book sale. I've already read this one. I loved it. I didn't love it as much as the first book, which the first book of this trilogy is Dumpling. I watched the movie adaptation of Dumpling, and I loved the movie adaptation. It was just so fun to watch. So you said you bought the whole trilogy, so book 2 or book 3 is Pumpkin. I'm very excited for this one. I've been waiting for this third and final book to come out for quite a while now. I remember binge reading book 1 and 2 like 2 or 3 years ago, and I've just been waiting for book 3 for a long time. Also, look at that spine. It's pride flag. We love that. Yeah, if you don't know what this series is about, I'm shocked because it's very popular on the book community. But I love that it's all in hardcover and I have a matching set, and it's just gonna look beautiful on my shelf. So yeah, I'm not gonna do summaries because I have a lot of books to talk about in this haul. The next book I got is a new release that came out this month, and that is Rise Up from the Embers. This is by Sarah Rosh and Kirsten Simon. I don't know much about Kirsten Simon, but I read Sarah Rosh's books before and I really loved them. I read Set Fire to the Gods with my friend Lori last year and really loved it. I think we both gave it 4 stars, which is weird because usually our ratings are very different. But Rise Up from the Embers is the second and final book in this duology, so I'm very excited to have another series wrapping up this year. A lot of series have been wrapping up this year, and it's kind of making me nervous. So this is on my TBR for September. I forgot what video I talked about this one in, but I'll definitely try and find it and leave it in the cards or down below. But yeah, this is second and final book, so I'm not going to talk much about this one. And then the last 3 books I got from Amazon is Paola Santiago and the Forest of Nightmares by Taylor K. Mehesh. This is the second installment of this trilogy. I thought this was a duology, so it's not. It's a trilogy. Book 3 comes out the summer of 2022. I love this one. I read this one in about 2 days. I had my friend Charlie pick this book out for me. I was like, which of these books should I read? And this was one of the 3 options. And she said she just read it and loved it. And I can see why. I loved it. I'll talk more about this in my August wrap up, so I'm not going to give you my thoughts here, but definitely look forward to my August wrap up. Then we have She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chan. I hear if you love Mulan, you would definitely love this. I don't know if I showed this off in my July book haul or not, but if I did, I'm so sorry of showing it off again. But look at this gorgeous cover. It's like a orange-ish yellow. I'm very excited to read this one. I'm saving this for the fall time though, because I feel like it's perfect to read in the fall. Then we have Unbirthday by Liz Braswell. This is the 10th installment of the Twisted Tale series. This is the only series I hear that you can read out of order. So I placed a hold on the audiobook and I'm like number 4 on 1 copy. So hopefully I'll get it sometime soon. I'm very excited to read this. This is Alice in Wonderland retelling. It says, what if Wonderland was in Pearl and Alice was very, very late? This is in my September TBR September TBR video, sorry, and I'm very excited to get to it in the month of September. How many times can I say excited? So that was my Amazon stack. Let's just jump into my Barnes & Noble stack, since that's a bit smaller than my friend's stack. So the first couple of books here I have, I think some of these I bought in person and some of them I haven't. The first one I bought online, and this was buy one get one 50% off. So I got The Downstairs Girl by Stacey Lee. This one, if you can't tell, is the Reese Witherspoon book club pick for her young adult book club. When she read the summary of this sounded amazing. This says Atlanta 1890 By day, 17-year-old Joe Kahn works as a lady's maid for the cruel daughter of one of the wealthiest men in Atlanta. But by night, Joe moonlights as the pseudonym author of a newspaper advice column for the gentle southerner lady Dear Miss Weedy. When her column becomes wildly popular, Joe uses the power of the pen to address some of the society ills, but she's not prepared for the backlash that follows when her columns challenge fixed ideas about race and gender. Like, yes please, this sounds amazing. I know I don't read a whole lot of historical fiction, but when Reese Witherspoon talked about this and talked about how much she loved it, I was like, yes please. So I immediately went to Barnes & Noble and bought it, and it's a floppy paperback, which we love. I also have her other book, or no, never mind, wrong author. Never mind, I was thinking of another author. But yeah, this is a historical fiction and the first part of my Barnes & Noble haul. The next one I have is one I bought in person. I'm very excited for this. I already shown off 3 books by this author, and that is If the Shoe Fits by Julie Murphy. This is the same author as the Dumpling trilogy. This is her first book in a new, I don't know if it's going to be a like actual series or just series of companion novels. But I had an arc of this again from Neck Alley, but I never got around to reading it. It's so short though, so I don't know why I never got around to reading it. This follows our plus size main character who is sort of like a Cinderella retelling. So if the shoe doesn't fit, maybe it's time to design your own. It follows our girl named Sydney, who's a fan of shoes. She goes to college to make some shoes, I think, or something like that, but someone tells her she can't, and it says before midnight needs filling at last minute, Sydney is thrust into the spotlight. So I think this has something to do with like reality TV show is what I hear. So it sounds very amazing, and I can't wait to read it. It sounds like a summer read, but summer's almost over, so we should read this sooner than later. The next book I have is That Weekend by Kara Thomas. I've been wanting to read this book ever since it came out. It came out back in June of this year, and I finally got my hands on it. This was my friend Braden's book club pick for the month of July, and he read it, and I believe he really liked it too. This is another YA thriller. I don't know much about this, but this tagline on this cover says, 3 best friends, a lake house, a secret trip. What could go wrong? Like, hello, that's all I need to know. Also, this blue is gorgeous. I have enough blue books on my shelf already, but my blue rainbow shelf, when I go back to make it, is gonna grow. So yeah. The next one I have, I cannot read this one yet, but this is the 5th installment of the Keeper of the Lost City series by Shannon Messenger. This is Lodestar. I can't read this one yet because I haven't read Never Seen, which is book 4. So I need to read book 4 first before buying book 5. But look at the size of this middle grade. Oh my goodness. I am so excited to see what this is about. I'm not going to read the summary for you guys because this is a sequel. There's a lot of sequels in this book haul. I'm so sorry about that. But I'm excited. I have it so I can binge read book 4 and 5 this fall, and maybe 6 through 8, I think, or 9. Is there 9 books out already? I don't know. Fake fan. But I'm buddy reading book 4 through however many books are out currently with my friend Lori this fall. So Lori, I'm very excited to start this, and I hope we love this series. The next book I got was this part of the same deal as If the Shoe Fit. I actually got this book based off of a recommendation from my friend Heather. So Heather, I have Float Plan by Trish Dollar. I heard a lot about this book before. Heather told me she read it in August and loved it. It's a very short romance novel. And yes, I went into the romance section just to find this book. This one, I don't really know much about it. I think it's like dealing with the loss of a fiance, and she goes on this cruise by herself and try to self-discover or something like that, maybe. Yeah. So since the loss of her fiance, Anna has been shipwrecked by grief until a reminder goes off about a trip they were supposed to take together. Impulsively, Anna goes to sea in their sailboat, intending to complete the voyage alone. So yeah, very similar summary to what I gave you, which is the first that ever happened. So it's super short romance, and I feel like I can read this whenever. I definitely want to save it for summer though, because this does sound like a perfect beach read. The other books I bought from Barnes & Noble, we have more. This one I bought online, and that is Mondays Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson. I recently fell in love with Tiffany D. Jackson with this book. I read Grown by her before. Really loved it, so I definitely can't wait. I'll talk about more about this in my August wrap-up. Another book I won't be talking much about because I'm talking about this in my August wrap-up as well. And that is Cinderellas Dead by Caitlin Barron. This is the same author. I don't know if you can see it, but this is the same author as This Poison Heart, which is a new book that I got from Owl Crate. Very excited to read this. I've already read this one. Wow. I'm very happy I read this one, and now I can't wait to read This Poison Heart. And then these last 4 books I'm going to fly through because I've already talked about these on my Instagram. So if you're following me there, you'll see how much I've talked about these next 4 books already. The first book I'm reading for fall into reading readathon, and that is Perfect on Paper by Sophie Gonzalez. Very excited for this. Then we have Small Favors by Erin A. Craig, another book I'm super excited for. This is one of my most anticipated reads of the whole year. Then we have They Went Left by Monica Hesse, another YA historical fiction book. And then I also have Wings of Ebony, and in case you didn't saw, there is 2 stickers on both of these. Both of these were book club picks, which I did not mean to do that. Ooh, that was so bad lighting. Yeah, that's bad lighting. And they were also 50% off at Barnes & Noble for their big book haul, which I don't know about you guys, but at my local Barnes & Noble, I felt like there wasn't a lot of good options there. But when I saw these 2, I knew these 2 were on my Amazon wish list. So I'm so happy to have them now. I think I got these for like $9 maybe, or $10 even. I can't remember. But these are the last 2 books I bought at Barnes & Noble. Oh, this is a long video. I'm so sorry, guys. But the last stack we have are books that my friend sent to me. So these first couple of books my friend Charlie sent to me. She traded with me because I got her Gods and Monsters for her birthday, and she traded Flashfire by TJ Klune. This is an art copy. I already have a finished copy, but I was like, if you don't want your arc anymore, I'll take it and keep it for my collection. And then this series, you're like, Drew, you already have it. Why did you get it? We got the whole paperback edition of the new covers for the Percy Jackson series. I love Percy Jackson. Rick Riordan is my auto-buy author. I would have bought this series eventually in these covers, but when my friend Charlie made a mistake on her Amazon order, she was like, can I send these to you? I was like, I already have them, but sure. So look at that spine. They're beautiful. I don't need to say what these are about, right? Right. Then the next 3 books I got from Penguin Teen. Penguin Teen had these mystery boxes out. They had a fantasy, romance, and contemporary box that you could choose from. So there was a total of 3 books and some swag. I'm not going to show you the swag because this video is already long. But the 2 books I have, I already own, so I'm going to give these to my friend Taylor. And that is A Phoenix First Must Burn, edited by Patrice Cadwell. I really enjoyed this one. I read it last year, gave it 5 stars. It was a favorite short story collection. But like I said, you can actually probably see it right here. I own the hardcover of this, so I'm giving this to my friend Taylor. Then we have Wicked Fox by Kat Cho. I've shown this off in my August TBR, so you guys already know I have a hardcover book of the month edition, so I don't need a second copy. And then this next one is an arc. I didn't know anything about this until I read the summary of it, and that is The Other Marilyn by Robin Schneider. This is an arc that doesn't come out until September 21st, 2021. So at the very end of this month, so I definitely will be reading this in September, and I definitely hoping I would like this since I got it sent to me for review. This is a classic Arthurian legend that has to deal with a little bit of rom-com in here, so that's pretty interesting. And then the next 3 books I got were sent to me because I won a giveaway from Daniel Page. She was hosting a giveaway for 4 books. I'm missing 1, but I messaged her and she said it will be here sometime soon. One of these I read, 2 of these I read, one of them I haven't read yet, and that is The Ravens by Cass Morgan and Daniel Page. This is the first book in a new series. I think this is a duology. Book 2 is supposed to come out next year, so I'm very excited. I definitely am reading this for the fall season. Then we have The Princess Will Save You by Sarah Henning and The Queen Will Betray You by Sarah Henning. Read both of this year. Talked about this in my April wrap up, and I'm going to talk about this in my August wrap up, so definitely look forward to these 2 being talked about. I had an arc of this one for a while, so I put my review in already, so I have a review up on Goodreads. If you want to check it out, I'll put a link down below. I love this series and I can't wait to read book 3, but it doesn't come out till next year, so another series I have to do the waiting game for. And then the next 3 books I got were my August book of the month pick for August, obviously. We have Final Girls by Riley Sager, the only Riley Sager book I have not yet read, but that's going to change this month because I'm buddy reading this with my friend Sydney. And then we have The Heart Principle by Helen Huang. I might unhaul this one, sadly. I'm currently reading The Kiss Quotient and I can't get into it, sadly. And I have book 2 and 3. You can actually see book 2 on my TBR cart. But yeah, I might unhaul this trilogy, sadly. And then my main August pick was The Inheritance of Ofcadia, Vivian. This one sounds amazing. I've already talked about this in my August TBR. I was supposed to read this in August, but didn't. This actually doesn't come out till September 7th, so I have an early release. I'll definitely try and read it early for you guys. If not, definitely sometimes in September. And then I got a finished copy from Disney Books, and I'm on the tour for this. The tour already passed. Sadly, I couldn't get to it because it came late, but that is Like Other Girls by London, I believe how you say her name. This cover is so cute and gorgeous, and the pink on here, yes please. Don't know much about this except it's a new release. I believe it just came out in August or it came out sometimes this summer, but I will be reading this sometime soon, who knows when. And then the last book, this book was sent to me by my friend Heather. Thank you so much, Heather. And that is The Quarter Miracles by Kester Grant. This one I had an arc of it for a while, and I'm very excited to read it. I don't know much about this, but it says never steal from a thief on the back, so we love that. Whew. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be doing a separate video for Beacon Book Box, and thank you guys so much. I hope you had a great time watching this big book haul. I'm going on a book buying ban in September through October, basically all the way up until Christmas, but the only ones that are not counting are all my pre-orders that I've already made. I made a lot of pre-orders, so I'll be showing you guys those whenever they come, so check out my Instagram, which I'll link up above and down below. But yeah, that was my pretty ambitious August book haul. Some of these I read, some of these I haven't. Which of these should I read next? I'm currently reading Redemptor, but what should I read after Redemptor? Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day or night. And if you haven't yet, please hit the like button, turn your notification, hit subscribe, turn your notification on so you don't miss any new videos coming from me soon. September, we have a lot planned for this channel. So thank you so much for watching. I've been talking for like an hour, and I'll chat with you guys down in the comments below. Bye.